we're going to be talking about Bitoreum Smartnodes. Right, so now one of the main advantages of creating a smart node is power consumption. So you don't spend as much power as mining with your CPU or your GPU, and it's more profitable. So if you're interested in creating your own smart nodes, it is very simple to do, and I've got some instructions here on how to do it. So we're going to follow some steps here to set up a smart node. I will go through this step by step. So the first thing that we need to do is download the latest Bitoreum wallet. We need to run it, we need to let it synchronize, we need to create a new receive address, we need to encrypt the wallet and back it up. Then we need to send funds to the wallet. We need at least 600k Bitoreum that you will use. You can use Bitoreum to send your funds to your wallet. Next up, we need to get a transaction ID from the Bitoreum wallet and save it on Notepad. We need to run some commands within the debug console on the wallet. Then we need to build a protect command. We must forward port 15168, and we need to enable the Smart Node tab within the wallet, and we can check the Explorer just to make sure that the node is running perfectly without any issues. So let's go ahead now and follow it through it step by step. Right, so step number one, navigate over to the Bitoreum.org website, download the Bitoreum wallet, open it and let it synchronize, then create a receive address, encrypt and backup. So you can download the wallet from here. So if we click here on the Bitoreum wallet within the Bitoreum website, you've got the option to download for macOS, for Raspberry Pi, Windows, etc. So I've selected Windows and I'm downloading the wallet for Windows. So I've already downloaded the wallet, so I'm not going to do it right this instance. Right, so I've created a folder here named Bitoreum. So the file that we need to open is this one here. So this will open the Bitoreum wallet. And once it's open, we need to let it synchronize. So it will also download the blockchain onto your computer. So it does ask for a folder. So this is the wallet now. So we're going to follow through the next step, which is to encrypt the wallet. I've already done on this one, but here we go. So to encrypt the wallet, you navigate over to settings and then click on encrypt wallet. This will ask for you to enter a password. Once you have done that, we need to create a new receiving address. And let's go over now to the wallet and create that new receive address. So on the wallet, click on receive, and we are going to name the wallet here. So I'm going to call it Big Deals Ninja Smart Node, for example. Okay, here we click on request payment. This will generate a new receive address, and this here is a receive address that we will need to deposit our funds from Bitoreum. Right, so next up here, we need to back up the wallet. This will create a new backup. It is important that you do this in case you lose your wallet, or let's say your computer dies, etc. So it is best for you to save this backup on a USB stick, for example. I've already got a backup here, but I'm just going to create another one for demonstration purposes. I can just give it another name here, and this will save this backup file on my computer, which I will then copy it onto a USB stick. In case something happens to my computer, I can just restore my wallet. Attention that if you lose that, you won't be able to restore your wallet. Okay, so now we need to add some funds onto our wallet, and for that we are going to use Bitoreum. So as of today, Bitoreum is the only exchange available. And once we have transferred our funds over from Bitoreum, we need to wait for 3 confirmations. Right, step 2, transfer 600k Bitoreum from an exchange to your wallet. Let's go ahead and do that. Right, so I'm going to transfer from Xbitron onto my wallet. So I've already got some funds here on Xbitron. So if I select my Bitoreum here, so I've got 603 K Bitoreum, so I only want to transfer 600. So I will explain just a quick trick here. So the thing is that you need to pay a fee when you transfer. So I'm going to transfer onto my newly created Smartnode wallet. What will happen here is, because of the fees, there is a small adjustment, and what happens is you might receive more or less than the 600K. Now, to create a smart node, you need exactly 600K on your wallet. It cannot be higher and it cannot be less. Okay, so let's go ahead and transfer the funds. So I'm going to transfer from Xbitron onto this wallet, just double checking and confirming my wallet address. So my wallet has now been confirmed and I'm now able to send the funds. So I'm going to send over 600K 01, and I'm going to enter my 2FA here to transfer the funds and withdraw. Yeah, sure, let's withdraw. Okay, so withdrawal request successful, and I will receive these BTRMs on my wallet. Now, because I've got more than 600K, what I've done here now is I've created a new receive address, and I'm sending to that receive address the exact 600K. So if you happen to, like I said, if you happen to send more or less, you need the exact 600K. And for you to be able to enable the smart node, you need to create a new receive address and send those 600K to that wallet. So I'm going to send now the 600K here. So attention that there are fees. So I'm going to just remove this tick here to subtract the fees, because it needs to be the exact 600K that I need to send to that wallet. Right, so let's go ahead and do that now. So I'm going to send this over, and then I need to wait for 3 confirmations. Steps number 3 and 4. Copy the transaction ID onto Notepad and build the ProText command. Now, to copy the transaction ID, we navigate over to the last transaction that we made, and this is the 600K, and here is where you find your transaction ID. Copy this transaction ID onto Notepad. I've already got my ProText command here, where you can find on the website. Just copy and paste it onto Notepad here. So I'm going to paste that transaction ID. Now we need this output here. So how to find that output? We navigate over onto the console, and here we search for Smartnode space output. And here we can see that the output is 1, and this is where we are going to enter here on my ProText command. Now note as well that the ProText command will need your IP address. And before we move on to the IP addresses, one thing I would like to mention here is that within the documentation, you need to run the debug console, and you need to run the wallet passphrase and the timeout. Now what this does, basically it unlocks your wallet. So you need to write on the console a wallet passphrase, and then you have to enter your password followed by space 600. So this will allow you to be able to use your wallet unlocked for a certain number of minutes. Now, another thing that you need to do is list all of your address balances, because you will need a different wallet that has some balance to pay the fee, and you will need to enter that wallet address on the ProText command as well. So just bear in mind that. So these are very, very simple things to do. You can just run those on the console. Right, step number 5. Create a port forwarding rule for port 15168. Find your public IP address and enable Smart Nodes tab on the wallet. Right, so I'm navigating over now to my router. So the configuration varies from brand to brand and probably provider as well, not sure. However, on my router, I can find my port forwarding rules within advanced settings under port forwarding. So I'm going now to create this rule for this port so that I can redirect the traffic incoming from that port onto the computer that I've got my node running. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to create a new rule here. So I know the IP address is 39 for my machine. Let's just double check very quickly. So if we just go over here and type in IP config, right, so double checked and confirmed, that's my IP address. And here I want to now just create this rule for this port 151.68. I'm gonna add that here. Protocol, I'm not sure, it doesn't say here what protocol. It must be TCP, but I'm just gonna put both here. I can change this later anyway. So here now I have to select that it's enabled, add rule, and this is now creating the rule on the router. Now on some routers you might need to restart. On mine I don't need to. So let's just give it a few seconds here for it to complete. Yeah, we can wait, not a problem. Okay, right, so the rule has been created, double checked and confirmed. Right, so next up is for us to confirm our public IP address, and for that you've got a good website, which is what's my IP address. You just type that into Google and that will identify your IP address. There is a link as well on the Bitoreum website for you to double check the ports and make sure that it's open. And once you click that, you enter your public IP address and the port number, and click on check, and that will double check and confirm that that port is open. So I'm gonna do that now. So I'm gonna enter here the port address. I've got the IP address there as well, and there you go. So it is valid and it is running. I'll put the websites on the link on the description down below, so you can check that later as well. Okay, so next up is to enable the Nodes tab in your wallet under settings. So if we go over to our wallet and under settings options, if you click on a wallet, you'll have the option there to show the Smartnode tab. So step number 6, run the protect command. So we're going to paste the command from the notepad, and we're going to paste it into the console, and we're going to run it. So I've run it now, and this is the result or the output that it has. Just bits of information about the nodes, but right now the node is running. So we can check within the Bitoreum Explorer. It will take a while here before probably I can get some sort of confirmation, a few minutes, but yeah, we can wait for that to complete. One other way for us to check is within the Smart Nodes tab on the wallet. So if we click on Smart Nodes, and here we can either search for our wallet address, which I'm doing now. There is an option as well for you just to see your Smart Nodes. But if I search here for my Smart Nodes wallet address, here we go. So it has found, and it's showing as enabled. And it will only take, it's just a matter of time, and you will get payments coming into your wallet because your node is up and running. So this is one way you can confirm. The other one, you can also double check within the Explorer. As I mentioned, it will take some time. It's just a matter of time before you can see that you've got your node up and running. That is it, folks, in terms of configuration. If you have any troubles with your configuration, by all means do join the Discords for help. You can engage me directly as well if you have any issues or if you need assistance configuring your smart node for Windows. Yeah, join the community on Discord. Check also the Facebook page, the websites, and follow on Twitter as well. With that said, this is it for today. I do hope you enjoyed this video and that you follow through to configure your own node. If you like the video, give that a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed yet, please do subscribe, and we'll catch up on the next video. Take care, guys.